I think you should change "I have to" the phrase "I get to." Let me explain. Come on in here. It's your Tuesday talk. All right. I try to have a positive mindset all the time. Unfortunately, it's not always the case, but we try, right? To be considerate and be nice and be kind as much as absolutely possible, because I feel like karma is 100% real and you get what you put out there, right? And I know in these times right now, especially in this economy, so many people are struggling. And I mean struggling to the point of like, do we buy groceries or do we keep the electricity on? You know, do we pay the mortgage or do we pay the car note? It's really, really tough out there for a lot of people. And they're struggling not only financially, but, you know, mentally, some physically. There's all kind of ailments and silent battles that people face that you have no idea about. Okay, so just be a kind person. And I say all that to say that I try to have the mindset not of I have to, but I get to. Right? Nobody wants to get up and go to work every day, okay? I wish we could all just wake up tomorrow and be bazillionaires, but that's not reality of life. So instead of saying I have to go to work, I get to go to work. I have a job. I have some financial security, because a lot of people don't have that. You know, instead of saying I've got to pay this electricity bill, I change my mindset to say I get to pay this electricity bill. I have the money to pay this electricity bill, and just being thankful for the little things in life, right? Like my husband and I, we do make decent money, but we don't live outside of our means, right? We try to be as debt free as possible, because that's the goal. You know, we want to retire early and be as debt free as possible, and then use the money that we have to help other people. You know, good Lord willing. But I changed that mindset because your mentality plays a big role in your health. And I think that obviously if you're always negative, or you always, have something bad to say or complain about, that's all you're going to get, right? That's all that you're going to pull into you. But if you exude positivity and just really try to see the silver lining in every situation, it brings things into perspective. Like I said, instead of saying I have to, you get to say I get to. I have to drive this car to work. I get to drive this car to work. I have to go to the grocery store. I get to go to the grocery store. So be thankful for the things that you do have that you may sometimes take for granted, and that's easily can be done. But just please understand that there are people out there that are way, way less fortunate for you, and they're struggling, and they wish they had a car to drive to work. They wish that they had a job to go to. They wish they had some kind of financial stability to be able to go to the grocery store and not be nervous about not having enough money when they get up to the cash register. So different things like that some people all too often take for granted, we really need to be appreciative of. And like I said, just be a kind person to everybody that you meet, which I know can be hard sometimes. And I think we've just lost general compassion for each other, right? Because everybody's in their own life, in their own bubble, and struggling with their own problems, that it's hard to look outside of that because everything seems so overwhelming. But if you exude kindness in any way that you possibly can to people on a daily basis, you will get it back tenfold. I promise you will. Now, y'all be good. And that's your Tuesday talk.